Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play, where I'm attempting to collect one stack of every single item in Survival Minecraft. So far I've managed to check off 3 of the chests here. So the first one is the armor and tools. This one was pretty easy. Second one over here is the ocean set. So all of the prismarine blocks and then all of the coral blocks. And the third one, which was pretty easy as well, was a music set, so all of the different music discs and the note blocks and the jukeboxes. So that one was pretty easy to do as well. So there's still a long way to go and a lot of lights that need to be turned on. And I'm hoping in today's episode I can turn on 2 more lights. So over here I've got some enchanted books, and these are the ones that I want to work on today. So all of these pieces of paper are named after enchanted books I don't have yet. So there's still quite a few that I need, and I have got some here from my raid farm that I built in the first episode. I got some from trading with villagers, and I think I also got a few from dungeons that I found. So I have already got a few enchanted books, but there's still lots that I need to get. So what I'm going to be doing today is trading with some villagers, and I'm hoping I can get all of the missing books that I don't have. So I'm going to have to come back here after I finish recording this intro and just write down all of these books that I don't have yet, just so I've got a checklist and I know exactly which books that I need to get from the villagers. And I've set up some villagers in the Nether, and that's where I'm going to be doing most of the trading. But before I get to that, I'm just going to show you this room that I've dug out over here. So this is where all of the good villagers are going to go, all of the ones that I want to keep, like the mending villager. I've actually got quite a few villagers over there which I think I showed them in the last episode. So I'm going to bring all of those villagers over here. And I'm also hoping to get quite a few more decent villagers as well. So there's still quite a lot of work to do in here, of course. I was going to have 2 floors, so I was going to have some villagers up top as well. But I just think that was way too big, so I'm just going to have the villagers down below instead. And even then, I still think this is a little bit too big, so maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller down here. So it's actually very laggy in the Nether at the moment, because I stayed AFK at my villager breeder overnight, and then I got back in the morning and there was a lot more here than I was expecting. So I have no idea how many villagers are in here, but there's so many in here that they start glitching out, and I'm pretty sure there's just random villagers wandering all over the Nether right now. So I'm hoping this should be plenty of villagers to do what I want to do today. So what I do usually is just put a minecart here, then one of the villagers will start heading off down here. So I'll follow him and show you where it goes. So I think it goes like 150 to 200 blocks away from all of the other villagers. And then I've just got a little setup here. So I've got a few chests and a couple of anvils here. Then a shulker box here with some emeralds. I'm going to get some of these out. Also some books here that I need. I also need a bed and a lectern. So if I place a bed down here, this guy should link to it because all of the others are so far away. So I should get some green particles here, like there. And then if I place the lectern down, he should link with that as well, like he does there. And he's turned into a librarian. So I'll check his trade here. So this guy's offering me blast protection 4 here. But I know for a fact that I've already got a villager over at my villager trading area in the overworld that's got that exact trade there. So I don't need that one, so what I'm going to do is break the lectern and then place it back down, and this will refresh his trade here. So he links with it again, and then he should have a different trade this time, and this time it is Frostwalker 1, and I think that's one that I actually need. So for trades like this, I can actually just get a few of them, and then I can come over to the anvil and then I can combine a few, so I can get Frostwalker 2 here. And I'm not actually sure if I can get Frostwalker 3, but I think if I combine 2 of these again, I can get another Frostwalker 2 book, then I should be able to combine them. No, you can't get Frostwalker 3, so Frostwalker 2 must be the most. So what I'm going to do here is put one of them in a chest, then I can take that up to the storage room later on. And then I'm going to trade with this guy again because I need another Frostwalker 1 book. So there we go. So now I've got 2 more books that I can check off the checklist. So now I've done with this villager here, what I can do is just break the minecart. I don't think he can get out because the rails are there. I think he's a little bit too tall to get out. And then I can just pull the lever and then it goes down into lava here. So I no longer need him, so he can just go to his death. But if I got a good villager in here with a trade that I actually needed and I wanted to keep for the rest of the series, what I would do is just send him back down the rail, and I would actually change the rail up a little bit down here. So this rail goes straight through my nether hub here, and there's still a lot of work I need to do around here as well. But what I'm going to do once I get a good villager that I want to keep is just redirect the rail here, so this rail will go into the nether portal instead. And then in the overworld I'm going to have to try and find a way to get the villagers from my nether portal room down into the villager area. But I'm going to think about that, and then I'll probably find a way to do that later on. But that's going to take quite a while to do, and I'm not even ready to get the villagers into the overworld just yet, because I still need to do a lot of work on the villager trading hall. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing now is just quickly heading back up to the storage room, and I'm going to make myself a checklist of all of the different books that I'm going to need. And then I'm just going to bring the villagers over here one by one, and hopefully I can get every single trade that I'm going to need. So if I've done this all right here, this should be the final book that I'm going to need. So this guy is offering me Fire Protection 1 for 6 emeralds, so I'm going to go ahead and claim this here. And then I can add this to the chest, and all of these should be all of the books that I need, apart from 2, but I'm going to get onto that in a minute. So yeah, all of these are just completely different books, and it's going to take me quite a while to get them up to the storage room and put them all in their correct spots in the chest. But I'm going to get to that soon. So this actually took me probably about 6 hours overall getting the right trades, because once you've got a few of the books checked off the checklist and you only need a few more certain books, it's actually really hard to get the correct trades when you need them. So it took me about 35 minutes just to get this fire protection trade here, because this is the final one that I needed. So yeah, it took me quite a while overall, and when I was doing it I actually managed to get quite a few nice villagers over here. So I've got power 5 for 22 here, I think this is efficiency 5 for 55 diamonds. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some decent trades here. Some of them are trades I didn't already have, and some of them are just upgrades on the trades from the villagers that I've already got in the overworld. So I'm going to be adding these to my villager trading hall later on. But right now I think what I'm going to do is get all of these books into some shulker boxes and take them up to the storage room. So I'm back over here at the storage room, and I've put all of the books into their correct slots here. And I actually miscalculated and I got a few extra books here, but that's not a big deal. And I did mention a second ago that there's a few books I cannot get from trading with villagers, and that is the soul speed books here. So I've already got the soul speed 3 book, but I still need to get the 2 and the 1. So when I used to barter with piglins, which is how you get these books, I used to just throw away all of the Soul Speed 1 and the Soul Speed 2 books. So I think what I'm going to do now is head over to the Nether, where I was bartering with the piglings quite a while ago now. That was when the Nether update first came out. So I'm going to head over there and I'm going to see if I've got any Soul Speed 1 or Soul Speed 2 books over there. So I've not been here for a while on camera. I came here when the Nether first got updated, and I dug out all of this area out by hand with a pickaxe, or about 50 pickaxes. And I was looking for netherite, but I didn't really find too much. So I started blowing up holes in the walls with beds and TNT, and that worked quite a lot better. So that's how I got a lot of my netherite, but I've not done that for quite a while. But anyway, this is a little pigling bartering setup that I got here, and these guys can give you books. So I'm going to check and see if I left any down here in the chest. And there's a Soul Speed 3, which is the only one I don't need. So I think I'm just going to have to stay here AFK at some point and see if I can get a Soul Speed 1 and Soul Speed 2. We'll just check this chest here, and there's none in there either. So I am going to have to stay AFK here at some point. I don't really know when I'm going to be doing that. And I've actually got loads of loot over here from bartering with these piglings. There's just loads of stuff that I left over here that I never bothered to take over to the base. And I should probably start taking some of this stuff back to the base. That's gravel's very useful for concrete powder and stuff. There's a bit of obsidian and stuff over there. And I got lots of nether brick from this place, just from smelting up all of the netherrack, and this is what I was using to make the red nether brick that I use for my nether portal room. Lots of soul sand, loads of nether brick itself, more gravel, just loads and loads of stuff over here. And there's actually my shulker box of TNT here as well. So this was full, completely full of TNT, but I used a lot of it when I was blowing up the nether to get some netherite. And I actually think I'm going to go and do some of that now. So I've not done it for a while because I've just not come over to the nether. It's a little bit boring if you just do it all the time. But I do need a lot of netherite if I'm going to complete this challenge of collecting 1 stack of every item. And I need a bit of a break from working with villagers. I've been doing it for about a week now, including the last episode when I did the iron farm. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I think I'm just going to go blow up the nether and see how much netherite I can get. So I didn't use all of the TNT there. I've still got about 6.5 stacks left for the next time I come down here looking for some ancient debris. But overall I only managed to get a stack and 12, and that was in about probably an hour and 45 minutes of mining for the stuff. So it's extremely rare, and I always just kind of forget how hard it is to collect this stuff. So I also collected some quartz here. Not as many as I wanted, but I've got some quartz back at the base, so I didn't really need too many of them. And I've also collected 2 full shulker boxes of blackstone here. So I was basically completely out of this stuff, so I needed to restock. And I also collected a stack of this nether gold ore. I just thought I'd be able to go and check that off the checklist as well, and that's another item out of the way. So I stayed AFK in this room for a couple of hours while I was waiting for all of this netherrack to smelt over here, because I've just got so much of it. And I'm kind of hoping that this piglin out here has given me some books. I'm going to go and check. So I've already got Soul Speed 3, that's another Soul Speed 3, and that's a Soul Speed 2, so that's one that we need, and a Soul Speed 1. So we've got all of the books that we need now, so I can head back to the storage room and check all of that stuff off. So what I'm going to do is get all of this ancient debris out of here, and I'm going to go and put it in my valuables chest. So I've already got a little bit in here. Got 1 ancient debris, 8 ingots and 4 blocks. So I'm going to keep 63 to myself, and then I'm going to put the other 13 in there, and then this can go towards the checklist. So back over here at the storage room, it turns out that I've already checked off the stack of Nether Gold ore, so I didn't realise that I didn't need to collect this stack here. But I can head over to the ores chest, and I can put the 63 ancient debris in there. So that's another item checked off the checklist here. Then I'll just head over to the books over here, and the final 2 that I need is Soul Speed 1 and Soul Speed 2, so I can put them in there. And now I'm just going to quickly go through all of these books here, and you can see that I've got 1 of every single type of book. Okay, so that's all of the books, and I've gone behind and I've lit up the lanterns here. So that's my 4th and 5th chest that is fully completed now that I've checked off the checklist. So there's still a lot more chests that I need to complete, a lot more lights that I need to turn on. These potions are going to be quite annoying to get. I'm going to need a lot of different farms to get all of these different types of potions. I'll probably work on that pretty soon and try to get those 3 lights checked off. But anyway, that's enough of this storage room today. And I'm going to head over and I'm going to finish the work with all of the villagers that I started earlier, and then I'll show you my progress later on. Okay, so it's been 3 days since the last little clip that I recorded, and I've been very busy and I've pretty much finished this room in here now. So I've just got a little bit of storage on the way in, and I've got all of my emeralds over here. Now this should last me pretty much the entire season, but I've got my emerald farm so I can always get a few more if I need to. And if I head inside here, I've decorated all of the walls. I've got all of the villagers in here, and I've also decorated the floor, but I've not got to the roof yet. And the reason for that is because I want to wait until I have done the room above, and then I know exactly how many blocks I've got to work with in the roof. So I might only have like 1 or 2 blocks to work with, or I might have like 4 or 5 blocks to work with. So I'm not really too sure, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit, and then I'll get onto the roof. But it's probably going to be a couple of episodes before I get to that. And for now I'm just going to go through all of the different librarians and other villagers that I've got in here. So these are all of the book trades that I've got, and some of these villagers are old ones that I brought over that I got near the start of the season, and some of these are ones that I got earlier in this episode. So I tried to get all of the different enchantments that I use most. So these are pretty much going on all of my tools and all of my armour and my sword and stuff. So pretty useful enchantments here. And over here I've just got a few farmers. So this guy gives me the apple trade, the cake trade and the golden carrots. This guy's pumpkin pie, cake and carrots again. And then this guy is apples, cakes, and then he gives me these glistening melons at the bottom as well. So I've actually done some trading with these guys. I think it's in this shulker box over here. No, it's this one here. So I've got all of these different types of food, and I'm going to go ahead and check these off the checklist in a minute or so. And you can also see I've got quite a lot of quartz, then 2 shulker boxes of brick, well, almost 2 shulker boxes of brick, and that's from trading over here with these guys. So all of these guys over here give me brick as the first trade, and then a block of terracotta down here, and then either give me quartz or a quartz pillar as the bottom trade. So I went ahead, and this took a long time, but I tried to get the 9 different colours of terracotta that I would probably use the most. And even though there's only 9 here, I actually went through probably 100 villages or more just to get all of these. It took me a long time to get them all. These are the different colours that I got. So there's white, light grey, grey, black, red, lime, light blue, cyan, and then blue at the end. So these should be all of the different colours that I will be building with the most throughout the season. And I can also check these off the checklist, but I need to do a little bit more trading first, so I'm probably going to do that in the next episode. And then over here I've just got a few armourers and toolsmiths and stuff, and you can see the trades up here. So this guy gives me a helmet and boots, this guy gives me leggings and a chest plate, this guy gives me a sword, and then I've got the shovel, pickaxe, axe and pickaxe, and then the hoe at the end here for 4 emeralds. So yeah, that's all of the different kinds of tools and armour that I'll ever need, and I've stocked up on a few but not too many. And I've actually still got loads over at my villager trading area from the start of the season that I can bring over here, so I should be able to fully fill up all of these barrels soon. But anyway, that's the villager trading area. There's still a little bit more work to do, like I said, in the ceiling. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time in here trading with these villagers over the season, especially these ones over here to get all of the quartz, because I build with quartz quite a lot. It's one of my favourite blocks. So yeah, I'm going to come back here and finish it off soon, but I will be spending plenty of time in here trading. But anyway, to end off the episode here, I've got all of this food from trading with the villagers, and I can come over here to the food chest, and I'm pretty sure I've calculated it right, so I can just shove all of this in here, and it should put all of these different items up to a full stack. And I need 63 golden carrots as well. Yeah, that's a full stack of a few other different items in here. So there's still a long way to go in this chest, a lot more items that I need to go and get. But a lot of it's quite easy stuff, just like the meat and the cooked meat. The melons and pumpkins, I need to build a farm for that pretty soon. And stuff like the mushroom and the kelp isn't too hard either, so it should be quite easy to tick off that chest. But anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. So I'm quite happy that I managed to get all of the different books today. It took me a long time, and it's something I didn't really want to do. And I also managed to tick off a few other items like the food and the ancient debris over here. So I'm pretty happy with the progress in today's episode. And in the next episode I want to work on this chest here. So this is the end chest, and it should be fairly easy to check off all of these items. The hardest one is going to be the end crystals, but even that isn't too difficult. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on in the next episode, and I will see you all next time.